Hi everyone, Nick Credicos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a budget-friendly burlap wreath. So to start off with, we're going to need a 14-inch dollar store frame, some Walmart burlap, and a zip tie. That's all the ingredients we're going to need for today's project. So to start off with, we're just going to gather a little length of burlap, pull it through the middle wire of the 14-inch frame, and then to secure it, just take a zip tie. Truth be told, this is actually my first time doing this technique. Typically I do use pipe cleaners, but I have found this technique to be really fast and it's not so critical to have placement. So what I'm actually going to do is now start wrapping our burlap to create our little poofs. And we're going to start off by pulling it through the left side, and we're going to work our way through each of the 3 wires. So we're starting on the left hand side and working our way towards the right, and we're just creating one small little poof in each of the wires. So with this technique, I don't find it to be as critical to get everything perfectly even, which means every poof doesn't have to be the exact same size. As long as it's as similar as you possibly can get it, you're good to go. So you might notice at this point we're not wiring anything in using pipe cleaners or wire. The way this wreath is constructed is all of the burlap is just propped up against itself. So if you do yank on the burlap, you might have one side a little bit longer than the other, but another benefit of doing this technique is you keep your burlap in its entirety, and you can kind of just shuffle the little poofs around until you get it as even as possible. One of the biggest benefits of designing burlap wreaths is the vast majority of people love the look of them, as do I. Another thing is that this wreath is not seasonal. This is a wreath you can leave up year-round and kind of adorn it with seasonal decorations, seasonal ribbons, and you could also add a monogram or the numbers to your house. The sky is the limit when it comes to decorating these beautiful wreaths. So all we're doing at this point is just continuing wrapping our burlap, pulling it through each of the wires. So again, this wreath frame was only $1, and the burlap came from Walmart, which I believe was $3.47. And it took about a roll and a half. So in total you could have this wreath completed for about $5-6, which is very budget friendly, and I think a lot of people, especially right now in the state of this world, love budget friendly wreaths and designs. So this is something that you guys can do with the little ones since there's no cutting involved. So now we're securing our next zip tie. This is our second roll, and as you can see we got about 3/4 worth of coverage from one roll. And the back is really pretty as well. The burlap is peeking through the back, so if you have this against a glass door or a window, it still looks beautiful from behind, and you're not going to see a bunch of pipe cleaners or wires peeking through. The width of this burlap is 5.5 inches wide by 10 yards, and as you can see by the look of it, this weave is rather tight rather than a loose weave burlap, and I do find that to be a little bit important. That way it doesn't fray nearly as much and come apart. So now we're nearing the end of our wreath. It's almost complete, and as I said before, this only took about 10 minutes for the first time I've ever done it. So once you get towards the end, what we're going to have to do again is add our third and final zip tie to finish off our burlap. So we're going to cut about a 10-inch piece of the burlap as an overhang, and then we're going to zip tie it to the end of the frame. As long as it's hidden, you guys, and if it looks proportionate, you can attach a zip tie virtually anywhere. I know I said in the beginning that you can work from the left towards the right, adding one poof into each, but if it looks like you need an extra poof in 1 or 2 of them, you certainly could add it. So here's what the wreath looks like, you guys. So all it takes is just a quick fluff, adjusting the burlap, making sure no pieces are sticking out too far. And there we go, a very simple wreath that you can create for less than $6. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you don't mind giving this video a thumbs up and sharing it, as well as checking out my other social media, I greatly appreciate it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye everyone.